Hello everybody! Welcome back to another 5-Minute Stories with Miss Ashley. Today I have my stick puppets here to tell you the story about the boy who cried wolf, a cautionary tale. Here is our boy, and you know what he likes to do? He likes to tell stories that aren't true. Sometimes telling stories like fairy tales are okay, but if you tell somebody something you know is not true, that's a lie or a fib. And that's what our little boy did. So he told all of the children in his village a very scary story about a wolf who would eat children up if they came to a specific spot in the forest. Well, what they didn't know was that was the little boy's favorite spot in the forest. And he told them that to scare them away so they would never bother him. Well, the little boy was punished for his lie and told to go watch the sheep in the meadow. And now the little boy knew that being a shepherd was a very important job because he had to watch for wolves and keep his sheep safe. Because what do wolves like to eat? They like to eat sheep. So here we are, the sheep are in the meadow, bah, bah, and the little boy is very, very bored watching the sheep. And so he decides to play a trick on all the townspeople. Oh, he plays a very mean trick. He starts shouting, "Wolf, wolf, there's a wolf in the meadow and it's going to eat the sheep. Help, come quick." And of course, all of our townspeople come running. "Where's the wolf? Where's the wolf?" to come help. But there wasn't a wolf. All they saw was a little boy on the ground laughing hysterically. "I tricked you. There is no wolf." And the townspeople were so angry. They said, "Don't cry wolf when there isn't a wolf." They warned and they went back to town. Well, our little boy said, "Okay, maybe I should be good and watch the sheep." So he did. For a little while, he was very good and he watched the sheep, but he started to feel a little bored again. And so he decided to play the same trick. He shouted, "Wolf, wolf, there's a wolf in the meadow and it's eating the sheep. Come quick." And the townspeople came back up the mountain ready to defend the sheep. And they said, "Where's the wolf?" They didn't see a wolf. All they saw was our little boy on the ground laughing hysterically. "I tricked you twice. There is no wolf." And the townspeople were so upset. "You should be ashamed of yourself. Don't cry wolf when there isn't a wolf," they said. And they went back to town very, very angry. Well, the little boy relaxed for a little while and said, "I think I'm done lying for today." But just before the sun was going down, he decided to try his trick one more time. And so he shouted at the top of his lungs, "Wolf, wolf, there's a wolf in the meadow." And he waited, and nobody came. So he started running around and screaming and getting all the sheep really upset, saying, "Wolf, wolf, there's a wolf in the meadow. Bah, bah, wolf, wolf." And the townspeople heard the sheep baaing, all scared, and they came back ready to find the wolf. But did they find a wolf? No, they didn't. There was the little boy again, laughing hysterically on the ground. "I tricked you yet again." And the village people were very upset. And they said, "One day your lies are going to get the better of you." And they said, "Don't cry wolf when there isn't a wolf." And they went back to town. Now the little boy was just getting ready to bring the sheep back into town when all of a sudden he heard a growling sound, and a wolf prowled out of the forest shadows and licked his chops. He saw all those sheep and he thought, "Oh, I'm gonna have a great dinner tonight." And this poor little boy saw the wolf and he panicked. Oh boy, did he scream, "Wolf, wolf, there's a wolf in the meadow. There's really a wolf in the meadow." And all the sheep were bah, bah, baaing away. But you know what? Nobody came to help. And as the wolf grew closer, he said, "Nobody's coming to help you, little boy. I've been watching from the forest shadows, and I've seen your lies. They won't believe you." And sure enough, no matter how loud that little boy cried, "Wolf, wolf, there's a wolf in the meadow," the townspeople did not come because they thought he was lying again. And as the wolf came closer and closer to the sheep, poor little boy, he started to cry and he said, "I'll never lie again. Please, somebody." And the wolf said, "You can lie all you want from inside my stomach." But then it just so happened that one little brave sheep separated from the flock, and he kicked out at the wolf. "Oh!" howled the wolf, because the sheep had stomped on his tail. Oh, it hurt the wolf so much. He howled as loud as he could. "Ow!" And the townspeople came running out into the meadow, and when they saw the wolf, they yelled, "Yeah!" and they charged the wolf, and they scared him back into the forest. "Get away from our sheep! Get away from our boy!" And the wolf said, "This isn't worth it." And he went charging back into the forest. Woo! "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you," cried the little boy. "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I cried wolf when there wasn't a wolf." And all the townspeople said, "We're so glad that you're okay and the sheep are okay. Now do you understand why you shouldn't cry wolf when there is no wolf?" And the little boy understood. "Oh, thank you so much. I will never lie again." And guess what? He never told another fib for as long as he lived. And here is your literacy tip for today. Stories help us understand important values in life. Do you remember our tale of the 3 billy goats gruff? The moral of that story was not to be greedy. In this story, children learn an important lesson about the consequences of lying. The boy told his lies so many times that the village people no longer believed him and did not help him when he was really in trouble. As the story is adapted from Aesop's fables, the ending has been modified for little viewers, but the message is still the same. Telling lies brings negative consequences. This is a great story for older toddlers who are just beginning to walk the boundaries between right and wrong. Happy reading.